El Albayzín is a district of Granada, in the autonomous community of Andalusia, Spain, that retains the narrow winding streets of its medieval Moorish past. It was declared a World Heritage Site in 1984, along with the famous Alhambra. History. It was populated in Iberian period and Roman dispersed settlement existed. There is no data before the arrival of the Zirid Berber Islamic settlement, so it is assumed that the city was abandoned since the end of the Roman Empire until the founding of the Zirid Kingdom in 1013, when it was surrounded by big walls. According to some linguists, it owes its present name to the inhabitants of the city of Baeza who banished her after the Battle of Las Navas de Tolosa, settled in this area of Granada outside the existing walls. Other linguists claim that the name comes from the Arabic Albayzín, meaning the suburb of falconers. However, the fact that in Andalusia there are many other neighborhoods with that name, in San Lucar de Barrameda, Alhambra de Granada, Salobreña and Huénefar, Antigua and Villanueva de Algeciras, Bahrain de Porcuna and Sabiote, and Constantina, doubts this thesis. There are also neighborhoods with that name in other parts of Spain, as in Campo de Criptana, result of the expulsion of the Moors after the revolt of the Albigenses, or in Pastrana. This neighborhood, created by Doña Ana de Riboli to accommodate the Moorish kingdom of Granada, is one of the oldest centers of Muslim culture in Granada, with the Alhambra, the Riajo and Arrabal de Barrambla on the flat part of the city. Before the Muslim conquest of the Iberian Peninsula, in what is now the city of Granada and its surroundings, there were three small populations: Ilhaberis, what was later called Albayzín, and Alcazaba, Castilla, near the present town of Arta, Granada, on the opposite hill to the Alcazaba, which was more a neighborhood of Ilhaberis. However, after these classic statements, current archaeological research, Madinat il-Bira, located in Artaf until the 11th century when that city was moved to the Albayzín after the fall of the Caliphate and the insecurity it generates. The inhabitants of Il-Bira undergo as clans Sinhaya and Zeres, and it is decided the transfer of the capital of the Cora de Elvira to Hill Albayzín. In the 756 Arabs are already in the peninsula. It is the time of independent emirate. The Arab population is manifested in two centers, the Albayzín and the Alhambra. This neighborhood had its greatest influence at the time of the Nasri. The Albayzín maintains the urban fabric of the Moorish period, with narrow streets, in an intricate network that extends from the top through the course of the river Darro and Cal Elvira, both located in Plaza Nueva. In December 1499, Albayzín became the starting point of a rebellion throughout Granada, which were triggered by the forced conversions of the Muslim population to Christianity. The traditional type of house is the Carmen, consisting of a free house surrounded by a high wall that separates it from the street and includes a small orchard or garden. It was characteristic of this district the channeling and distribution of drinking water through wells. In all there were found about 28, of which a large majority is preserved but is not in use because its pipes have broken over time. 19th century paintings of Albayzín. In 1994, the Albayzín was declared World Heritage by UNESCO as an extension of the monuments of the Alhambra and general life. Places of interest. In the Albayzín there are numerous monuments from different periods, mainly the Nasri period and the Renaissance. Ziri Wall, established along the Sacramontian Albayzín. New Door, a door of weights. The Grenadian people call and know it as Ark of Weights. Fajalorza door in Cuesta de San Gregorio Alto, part of the wall. Alacaba Towers, part of the wall. Monahita door in Lona Lane, part of the wall. Huerta de Elvira, at the beginning of Cal Elvira, part of the wall. Church of El Salvador, in the Cuesta del Chiapas. Church of San Miguel Barjo, in the small square of San Miguel Barjo, with a Medalla armor and a cistern of the 13th century. Church of San Gregorio, at the beginning of the Cuesta de San Gregorio. Church of San Cristobal and viewpoint with the same name, in Carta de Murcia. St. Louis' Temple without worship and in ruins. Church of San Juan de los Reyes, in the street San Juan de los Reyes. Palace of Dar el-Hora, Aixa residence, Malihace Acute wife and mother of Boabdil. The Banuelo, Minaret of Almorabitun. Trillo Sistine, House of the Masks, in the street Pages, what remains of the house of the poet Pedro Soto de Rojas. House Yangar, at San Buenaventura, hodgepodge of Nazarene Renaissance architecture. Currently tourist hotel. Church of Santa Ana, at the beginning of the Carrera del Darro. St. Peter and St. Paul, in the Carrera del Darro. Hermitage of San Miguel Alto, Len San Miguel. Casa de Porras, Implacita de Porras, Moorish house of the 16th century, today the University Cultural Center of the University of Granada. Casa del Almirante Cal San Jose, 16th century. Castral House in the Carrera del Darro, current Archaeological Museum of Granada. Lona House in Lona Lane, on the site of the former palace of the Kings Xiris. Cordova Palace in the Cuesta del Chiapas, current municipal archives. Casa del Chiapas, this was built on the remains of a Moorish palace of the 14th century, which preserves part of the layout of the plant and some elements that were utilized when it was rebuilt in the early 16th century by the Morisco, Lorenzo El Chiapas, whose name is preserved in the set and the street where it is located. Gallery.